So you are extremely replaceable as a videographer, and I'm going to talk about why. Basically, I don't know if you've heard or read the headlines or just experienced this year being extremely slow with work, but it is. And I think it's only going to get worse. I've talked about it a couple different times on my channel. I watch Luke, who he kind of goes over similar topics on his channel, and I want to talk about why you're extremely replaceable as a videographer and what you should do about it. Basically, we kind of went from film gear being really expensive, from budgets being huge, from it being hard, basically. Like the barrier to entry, like to shoot quality video was really high. You needed a crew, you needed a lighting guy, you needed et cetera, et cetera. Now, you don't really need all that stuff. I mean, I'm shooting on my DJI Osmo Pocket, and I can literally walk, and the thing follows me, and have a perfectly decent shot. This mic is attached to the DJI Osmo. If I would have wanted a shot where somebody was just following me like this, I would have had to have a camera operator. And now there's ways to make that kind of shot happen without all of that, as well as I might have needed a sound guy, and now I have this. Just this thing comes with the Osmo Pocket, $700. Everything you want. Perfect. Perfect for a scenario like this where I'm shooting a YouTube video. I'm even breaking the fourth wall, and like this is my little backdrop that I usually put in my videos, but I thought it would be fun to kind of do some more candid videos where I just show my setup in the shot. You are like extremely replaceable. Oh, you think that you're special at shooting weddings? No, you're not. There's like a million shooters. Like if you're a bride, you can find a bunch of competent shooters. Oh, you think that you can shoot social media content for this restaurant? Yeah, no, there's like a million people that can do that in your town. And I'm talking like maybe even in small towns, but particularly in any like mid to large size city, there are so many of us that and people that you've like just never heard of. Like they're just not on social media, they're not on Production Hub, they don't even have a website. Like there's just like I swear you'll just throw a rock and you'll hit a videographer these days. And so that takes away the specialty. Like it takes away our ability to negotiate better rates. I've been going on a couple low budget shoots, especially like this week that just passed, and because work is slow, so you might as well just take what you can get. And I'm like, there were some high level people working these super low budget jobs, and I know how much they're getting paid and how much they're getting gypped. Yeah, the actual like traditional industry is like non-existent right now. Basically, they're all shooting overseas, so then that makes the budgets are just done because the streaming wars, and so they're not like, hey, and like after the pandemic, you could throw like these streamers were just throwing money at the wall and like seeing what's stuck, and that obviously brings a lot of jobs, and we're all shooting stuff and it's super busy and blah blah. After the strikes, I feel like that gave the studios an excuse to kind of like cut back on their budgets, and now they're just shooting overseas. Not to mention, I guess there's going to be tariffs on the movie industry, but we don't really like explain what that means. It's just something that the president is saying without like any explanation or anything. But anywho, that'll definitely make things better, right? Yeah, I feel like our leverage is kind of gone a bit. Like you kind of, honestly, like these days, like anybody can shoot something that looks good. Like I said, I got the Osmo Pocket, I can move around. All I have is a single light projecting me through a bed sheet. That's how I like to do it for this channel. Just super, I have nicer stuff, but like I shoot the videos for this channel super like authentic, if you will, because I think it's funny. I think it's fun actually to just shoot pretty bare bones for fun on the channel. This is like the ramblings of a mad person, but yeah, we have lost our leverage. You have these super high-end people that would be busy with shows and the likes of what have you. And now we're all competing for peanuts, and we're super replaceable. There's like a million, like in any city, there are so many of us that like there's not a drought of videographers. Like these companies, if they don't like working with you for whatever reason, or if you have a big budget production come into town and they put up an ad, Like the amount of video people that are replying to that ad is so ridiculous that they could just put an extremely horrible rate and just see who bites, who's hungry enough, who's like has been picking their nose the longest, basically. That's how like rates work these days. It's like, let's see how low we can go so that the best person that has been picking their nose the longest wants to do it. Doing more with less, meaning bringing more gear or like trying to incentivize them. Like, I have XYZ gear, I can do this. And then so that's the new wave. It's like doing more with less crew, less everything. It's just pretty awful. I actually did a job recently this week for a pretty big publication, one of the bigger publications actually, and it was just me kind of doing everything. And I know that would have been the kind of job that would have had several people on set, maybe like an audio person, a gaffer. Nope, just me setting up lights, interview, everything. And I really think we're kind of going in that direction, and it's unfortunate because then I'll have a job where I do have a crew, and it's so awesome to like get to work with everybody, and everybody has like their assigned roles and stuff. But I really think that all of that will get super compressed. I think that the kind of thing of like doing one thing and being like the Mr. DP, like that's going to be really hard to do. I mean, of course, there's going to be people that are able to accomplish that, but it's going to be few and far between. Like for every like 10 videographers that are kind of just shooting what they can get and like shooting TikToks for this person and like commercials for this little business and then blah, blah, blah. Those are going to be there's probably like 10 of them. And for every 10 of those, there's one guy that's like able to be like Mr. DP or whatever. So yeah, definitely, I think that's headed in that direction, and I think that'll be an interesting thing. I think that if you can adapt to that, you're gonna have to just be a lot more versatile. You're gonna have to be a lot more versatile, less crew, more stuff, do more with less, edit, do different things. I think I'm really trying to personally, what am I doing? I mean, the contracting stuff is pretty much dead. Like I'll occasionally get like a contract here and there for like a publication, but again, they'll just penny pinch me, and there's a chance that there's somebody better and hungrier with more gear that'll just do it for a worse rate. And so right now, since we're all scrabbling, we're all like in the pit, like just fighting each other for the peanuts. And instead of doing that, I've been trying to focus my attention more on working directly with businesses. So at least if I'm going to be the do everything person, I'd rather like have a better paycheck associated with that, which is what would occur if I had direct B2B clients rather than contracting through agencies and networks and stuff like that. Social media is also a huge thing. Like this is the purpose of this channel and me yapping here and trying to make constant yapping videos. I think that's kind of the direction of things, as well as like the better you are at chirping online, the better that your career will be. And I'm really testing that theory, so we'll see if you follow along on this journey. Right now I have like no subscribers and my channel is tiny and basically like nobody watches these, but maybe we'll improve that. Maybe I'll get some jobs out of this. And yeah, it'll be great. Hopefully it'll be great. But anyways, let me know your thoughts down below and what you're doing to prepare for the death of the industry, I guess. I don't know what to call it, maybe.